and the government's asked independent experts to produce a report assessing the costs and benefits of EU migrants as part of plans to develop a new immigration system, and the government's asked independent experts to produce a report assessing the costs and benefits of EU migrants as part of plans to develop a new immigration system, and the government's asked independent experts to produce a report assessing the costs and benefits of EU migrants as part of plans to develop a new immigration system. The reality for pre-settled status holders in the UK. Have you ever wondered how recent changes to immigration policies could impact your future in the UK? The UK has recently implemented several important changes that impact pre-settled status holders, particularly those under the EU settlement scheme, EUSS. Among these is the automatic extension of pre-settled status, intended to provide a more secure and extended grace period for individuals to apply for settled status. Despite positive steps, many still encounter significant hurdles, including potential destitution. Additionally, the High Court has expanded access to universal credit for some pre-settled status holders, particularly those at risk of destitution. However, the process remains complex, with many individuals needing to prove their right to reside in the UK to qualify. Automatic 5-year extension of pre-settled status. One of the most significant updates is the Home Office's decision to automatically extend pre-settled status by 5 years. Previously, individuals were required to apply for settled status after 5 years of continuous residence in the UK. However, the High Court ruled that it would be unlawful to require a new application process for permanent residency, leading to this automatic extension. This change is crucial as it offers pre-settled status holders additional time to secure their status without the immediate pressure of reapplying, thereby reducing the risk of falling out of status. Despite this positive development, challenges remain. The extension, while helpful, does not eliminate the need for pre-settled status holders to eventually apply for settled status. The absence of an automatic conversion system means that people must still navigate complex immigration processes to regularize their stay. This situation can be particularly stressful for vulnerable individuals who may struggle with the application process, potentially leading to financial and legal difficulties. Impact of status visibility changes on employment and housing. In another attempt to reduce discrimination, the Home Office has removed the expiry dates for pre-settled status from digital records accessible to employers and landlords. This is intended to mitigate potential biases and ensure that pre-settled status holders are not unfairly excluded from employment or housing opportunities due to their immigration status. In the past, visible expiry dates have led to situations where individuals were denied jobs or housing because of concerns about their future status, leading to financial instability and even homelessness. While this change is a positive step forward, it doesn't entirely eliminate the barriers pre-settled status holders face. The stigma associated with uncertain immigration status still exists, and some employers and landlords may remain hesitant to engage with individuals whose long-term residency status is not yet secure. Moreover, pre-settled status holders without a qualifying right to reside still face challenges in accessing key public services and benefits, which can further exacerbate financial insecurity. Expanding eligibility for universal credit. Recent litigation has broadened the scope of universal credit eligibility for pre-settled status holders. Traditionally, only those with a qualifying right to reside or those who were family members of an EEA national with such a right could access universal credit. However, the case of SSWP-VAT has opened the door for pre-settled status holders who are at risk of destitution to potentially access this benefit. This is a significant development, as it acknowledges that the strict eligibility criteria previously in place were contributing to severe financial hardships for many individuals. Although the judgment allows for more people to qualify for universal credit, the process remains complex and subject to interpretation. Decisions are often made on a case-by-case basis, leaving some individuals uncertain about their eligibility. Furthermore, local authorities may still prioritize other forms of support, such as assistance under Section 17 of the Children Act 1989, which could delay or complicate access to universal credit for those in need. Challenges for local authorities in preventing destitution. Local authorities play a critical role in preventing homelessness and destitution among pre-settled status holders. The recent changes in policy and court rulings offer new tools for councils to support these individuals, but they also come with challenges. For example, while the automatic extension of pre-settled status and changes to universal credit eligibility may reduce the need for immediate intervention, councils must still be prepared to step in when individuals fall through the cracks. The financial burden on local authorities remains significant. In the past year alone, councils have spent £82 million supporting adults and families with no recourse to public funds. EEA nationals and those with EEA-related status make up a considerable portion of this group. Social care support for vulnerable pre-settled status holders. The role of social care teams in supporting pre-settled status holders is crucial, particularly for vulnerable individuals such as families with children or adults with care needs. Despite the changes to pre-settled status, these teams will continue to be on the front lines, providing essential services to those who are excluded from public funds. In many cases, councils must provide accommodation and financial support, while individuals wait for benefit decisions or if they have been denied assistance altogether. This support often includes helping individuals navigate the complex process of applying for settled status or other forms of legal residency. However, the financial pressures on social care teams remain substantial. With 13% of adults with care needs and 18% of families with children supported by councils having an EEA-related status, the demand for services is high. The recent developments may alleviate some of this pressure by allowing more individuals to access universal credit, but they do not fully address the broader issue of financial insecurity among pre-settled status holders. Social care teams will need to continue their work in helping individuals establish a path to long-term stability, including facilitating access to legal advice and employment opportunities. The need for policy and funding solutions to reduce destitution risks. The recent developments for pre-settled status holders, while positive, do not go far enough to fully address the risks of destitution. Local authorities have made significant strides in supporting this vulnerable population, but they cannot do it alone. There is a pressing need for national policy changes and increased funding to ensure that pre-settled status holders are not left behind. This includes simplifying the application process for settled status, expanding access to benefits, and providing additional resources to local authorities to help them meet the needs of their communities. At the same time, the government must recognize the long-term implications of these changes. While the automatic extension of pre-settled status provides a temporary solution, it does not address the underlying issues that contribute to financial insecurity and destitution. It is essential that policymakers take a holistic approach to this issue, ensuring that all pre-settled status holders have the opportunity to build a stable and secure future in the UK. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the evolving landscape for pre-settled status holders. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates from BeyondBoarder. Stay informed, stay empowered, and we'll see you in the next one. If you click on the link and purchase merchandise from this website, I would be getting commission that would not affect you, the buyer, for the price you pay.